Hey there, you're watching the Jessa channel on YouTube. We got a nice groove going on here. This is our poolside music. There's definitely going to be some poolside action going on in this role play. We are playing Dungeon World today. And I am Jessa. Hi. And we have 4 players with us today. We have Siri. And oh wait, that's Siri. Siri, get back here. I think Siri's internet just crashed. So we'll go over to Mark. We have Maggie. And we have Darian. Yeah, Siri's face is frozen. Wow, that's weird, you guys. Look.
It is.
Oh wait, she's back. It moved a little bit.
If it were me, I'd be like,
I know. That's
She had to my face to be like,
Hey, you guys, just so you know, Maggie, I don't know if she is, but I think she's single, so get that phone number, because right there, look at that. You guys could have a piece of that cheesecake. Don't everybody jump at once now. And, and there's Cordiana.
Hi.
And that's Candace, I'm sorry, playing Cordiana, Darian, Maggie, and the gorgeous Siri, there she is, and myself, hi. And we are the Crafts and Conquest team, and we are here at WizCon, hashtag WizCon 2014. And we have spent the afternoon in frivolous pursuits, half of us, and the other half of us in meditation and study and prayer. So we have a clear line drawn as to who are the more serious characters and who are the goofballs. In the last episode, Trinket and Samel spent time in the bathtub, putting various
that sounds
different...
incredibly dodgy.
putting all kinds of different bath oils and bubbles in their bathtub. And there are still, by the way, you guys notice as you come up to your room after dinner, that there are still canaries wandering around. And flying through the place and everything, and some of them have gone out into the balconies and are now in the trees surrounding the pool. So yeah, there's a bunch of canaries kind of around here. You guys come back to your room, and in the last episode where we left it, there's a note on the desk, on the little table that's by the front door. And Cordiana, you can actually take a canary if you, well, take it, but you can coax one to come with you if you want, sure.
Yay.
Okay, I'm going to
feel a
open
little
up.
bit like Snow White here with like my bird and my cat and this lizard. And...
you're just slowly collecting a menagerie.
By the way, Cordiana, don't forget to feed your lizard, your salamander, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fed him some food during our ball, or our banquet.
And Ember, I hope, went down to dinner with you and is feeling stuffed.
Yep.
Good.
They follow me
Eyeing
everywhere.
all of the canaries.
Beg your pardon, Maggie? Say that again.
Sure, the cat is like eyeing all of the canaries, like. Ah.
Is Ember well trained, Cordiana?
Ember is very well trained. She's leashed, so she's on a leash. She's kind of sitting on my shoulder right now, and
I tried putting one of my cats on a leash once. Never, ever again, dear God.
Weasley will go unlocked. He looks like an idiot, but it's amazing.
Yeah, cats on a leash, actually, if you start them really young, but I started mine just a little bit too old, 8 months, and he was just like, F you, and the F you wrote in on you effer.
yeah.
Basically. Cordiana, would you do us the favor of opening up the mysterious note? Everyone, Cordiana has a note in her hand.
Okay. Oh, this looks ominous.
This is the note that Cordiana is seeing.
I can't
It
read
says,
it. Hey.
I know why. Oh, I duck it down a little bit so that Trinket can read. I know why you are here. You cannot fool me. I'm watching you.
So, if any of you have any, like, magic or that could do this, or we could find out a way maybe to see who this came from, since we are at WizCon, there may be some kind of spell you can buy downstairs in the commissary or wherever that area is. What's an area called where there are a bunch of... Oh, the marketplace. In the marketplace. So, you can do that. But, Cordiana, what do you do with that letter? Do you fold it away or do you show it to everyone?
Show it to everyone.
Okay. I'm just waiting to see what the
Cassia
players
is going to be a little bit concerned waking up from a nap to find threatening notes.
Okay. Now,
Clearly these people are already getting into trouble.
Yep. So I'll give you guys a couple of tips, out-of-game tips. There are different things that you can do with this note. You can attempt to find out where it came from by casting a spell on it, buying a mini spell downstairs. You can smell it. You can just sort of memorize the handwriting and keep an eye out for other similar handwriting like that.
Can the cat track it?
You can try and see if the cat can track it.
How does Ember respond to it?
When you put the note under Ember's nose, she gives it a long, inquisitive sniff, and then she sneezes a little bit, and then she makes a foul face.
Oh, okay. Oh, I have this lizard. Okay, I want to pull up my lizard.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I only know that red is search and detect hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
What does the blue do?
That's a good question. We're about to find out. Okay. So, audience, I am a completely improvisational game master. That means that between sessions, I don't do any preparation. I just close the game out and come back to it in 2 weeks and then pick it up. And a couple of sessions, last session, our character Cordiana got a kind of lizard with different colored gems on its back. She knows what one of the colors of the gems do. I know what one of the other colors of the gem does. But otherwise, I don't know what the other 4 or 3 Cordiana do.
Other 3 more. Yep.
Okay. So how I determine what things are is either I come up with them off the top of my head, or I go over here to RPG Solo, and I use that to kind of get the imagination kind of flowing. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to pick on Get Skill and see if that gives me an idea of what it could do. Okay, audience, you can see this. I'm not going to tell the players about this one. I'm going to save this. Yeah, so that was the red one you clicked on?
No, the blue one. The regular blue?
Regular blue one. Okay. So what happens is that the lizard's eyes suddenly start to roll. The little gem eyes start to roll in its head like a slot machine, and you hear the noise of a slot machine, like. Okay. And then the eyes settle, and one eye is pink and one eye is green, and the mouth opens up, and nothing comes out. Would you like to press it again?
Oh, okay. So it's gonna give me money if I keep doing that one.
Possibly.
Let's try it again.
You press the button
I'm a gambling woman. Let's go for it.
And so the audience can see, and I always like that we're recording this because it really keeps everything honest, that you guys can see. Not that I'm a dishonest GM, just because there's no reason for me to be. I'm on the player's side. I'm on the character side. I want them to win. But that doesn't mean I'm going to make it easy for them. This is literally what came up.
Nice.
So you press it again, and the eyes go, and it lands on one pink eye, and then another pink eye. Its mouth opens up, and a little pink piece of candy comes out.
Oh.
Well, I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to pay for the minibar bill, but candy's always a good thing, I guess.
What does the candy do?
Eat
Are
it
you
and
sure
find
you
out.
should be eating that?
Would you like to try it?
No, I'm good.
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll pass it over. I don't know what it did. Was it smell?
Smell.
Yeah.
You pop the candy into your mouth, and it tastes so good. And you notice that the cat begins to become very, very attracted to your legs, purring and whatnot. And the rest of you ladies notice that Samel, who is already, a very attractive woman becomes even more attractive to you. In fact, each one of you guys all of a sudden feel a very strong desire to kiss Samel gently about the lobes of her ears and around her neck. And just caress her and tell her how incredibly beautiful she is. And if any of you are orientated towards women, you feel the desire all of a sudden to gently cup Samel's breasts, or put her hands and put your hands and slow dance with her. And Samel, I'm not going to say anything else. That's what happens.
Oh,
Cassia is going to blush furiously and. Oh.
Samel, you start to feel extremely warm and heated up in your heart and various other regions, and you just feel blushy, and yeah. I'm trying to keep this somewhat PG-13.
Isn't my character also drunk too at this moment? So
she's recovering, but she's still confused.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to the balcony and see if Splendiferous is outside.
He is not. The pool is actually somewhat empty at this point, and you realize that that's because most people are out at the show, the evening show, or lining up and taking their seats and stuff. There are some cupids flying around, cleaning up dishes and whatnot, and picking leaves out of the pool and stuff like that. The pool area is more or less deserted. So you guys have an opportunity at this point. You can go to the show, or you can use this opportunity to since the place is somewhat empty, to do some, Anyway, I'll leave it up to you. What would you guys like to do?
I think that while we have the distraction, Trinket as the thief wants to do a sneak, and she wants to see if she can go to like the upper floors where clearly like Splendiferous might have rooms, to see if she can find any ways in to get the face lotion for their client.
Okay, so at this point, this is a place where your party, and since most of you, except for Maggie, is new to roleplay. No, I'm sorry. Candace is not new either. This is a good time for you guys to come together and roleplay together as to what you guys can do. Like, in other words, talk to each other in character. And all of you guys can concentrate, a little bit, but you still feel an aroma. Like, you begin to smell a smell of beautiful roses and a warm heat and a smell that smells sort of like rosy cinnamon buns coming off of Samel. Samel is just busy fanning herself. She smells like a
cinnabon, in other words.
Beg your pardon? Say that again.
She smells like a cinnabon.
Yeah, a rosy cinnabon.
So Trinket goes up to Samel and is like hugging her around the knees, because that's about as high as she gets. She goes, guys, wow, this is nice. But I really think that while everyone is distracted. I think while everyone's distracted by the show, this is our chance. Maybe I just feel like we gotta find this stuff before we're tricked into doing that stupid show tomorrow night. Because I don't know about you, but I don't know how to do any dance moves.
Me neither. But what about this note? Should I continue with this note and keep seeing if Juniper can help us with it?
Well, yeah, we gotta find out where the note is. We gotta find out. God, it just smells so good.
Okay, Trinket, you come up with the fantastic dance moves.
What?
And I'll play with Juniper and see if we can figure out where this note is.
Who's Juniper again?
Juniper's my lizard.
Your lizard. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Cassia, you gotta help us out. Come on, girl. You're the one who's able to keep a level head in these situations. What should we do?
You're talking to Cassia?
Definitely keep a level head. There's just so much temptation everywhere. Let's hurry up and get the mission done before we're drawn into even more trouble.
Yes. Okay, so why don't... Okay, I think Samel should go into a different room because she's being too distracting. So go to the bath or something. Get off that rosy cinnamon smell.
Where there's like a big
I'm gonna go out from the balcony.
Okay, so you go up to the balcony. So while Samel's over airing herself out... I got you, Samel.
I know, I have it on the drawing note, and I'm just drawing lines everywhere.
And Trinket, and that leaves Trinket, Cassia, and Cordiana in the room here together.
Yep.
I'm gonna move Trinket. And Ember is still kind of rubbing herself around. Actually, Ember followed Samel right on out of the room.
Okay.
And she's rubbing on Samel and purring.
Okay.
So you guys are forming a plan together.
I'm going with pink stone. Gonna put Juniper now on with the note and press the pink stone.
Okay. Audience, let's find out what happens when she presses the pink stone. Audience, you see that? Oh, I know it's a little bit hard to see these words, but that's the biggest I can get them. I'm just trying to figure out how to make this work. The lizard jumps down from your hand. No, I'm sorry. If you have the note, and whoever has the note, the lizard walks over and snatches the note from your hand.
Okay, I was kind of holding both, I think, like this.
Okay, so it snatches the note from your hand, and then it begins to walk out the door with the note in its hand.
Okay, following.
Okay, so the lizard, and I'm going to put your lizard out here. I think I have a picture of him already.
Yeah, we had one before.
Are we allowed to like split up the party, or should we all follow her?
You can split up the party, but I would prefer that you don't, just for being easy to work with.
Gotcha.
But you can. So someone may want to go run and get Samel real quick. Especially since she's got some good bard skills you guys can be using.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to jump off that balcony. You better come quick.
Samel is. You go over. Cassia and Samel's got her leg half up on the thing, and Ember's
Cassie's
trying
just
to
gonna
grab
her from under the arm and drag her to the group.
Okay.
Trying very hard not to look down at her shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
Trinket just like brings up the rear, just being led by her nose, with like her legs and arms just kind of hang dog, like, let's all go.
And the lizard is kind of running around in circles, and it takes
Are those
you.
sneezes?
Yeah, sorry.
It's adorable.
Yeah, that's the cutest thing ever.
I couldn't turn off the mic in time.
I know. No, that goes. And the lizard takes you upstairs, and it starts running around. Takes you right up here to this next floor here. And
Are you
Trinket, I'm
sure
gonna
we
move
should
you.
be trusting this thing? Maybe it's chasing a spider for lunch.
But he has the note.
Yeah, we have to.
I'm gonna bring Ember up for you.
Wherever Samel's going,
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
going.
thanks.
And it runs over to this door right here in front of you, Cassia. Sorry about that. And then it just starts kind of getting smaller and smaller until it's small enough to scuttle under the door, and it disappears.
Oh god.
Can Cassia kick the door down
You can certainly try.
with her mithril legs?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you
but
guys, you don't have to ask me whether you can do something. You can just try and do it.
Okay.
The only time I wouldn't, if I said, oh, well, out of game, I'm going to not allow that because X, Y, and Z, but I've never, well, I don't think I've never said that. I've ever said that. So, but my rule is basically sure. Try and see.
Okay, so we're
I
upstairs.
will say
How
before
many
you
rooms
kick
are
that door, down, Cassia, what you can go ahead and do, you do have a thief who has the ability, who has skills to be able to.
Oh,
Yeah.
Does someone want to stop her?
Stop. Okay, so before you kick the door down, let's just kind of see where we are.
guys! I happen to have, and she opens up her new bodice that has, like, of course, a myriad of pockets inside, like, all of my tools of the trade with me.
Yeah.
So,
Can you
I'd
imagine,
like to-
open his bodice and, boobs flying out with,
Yeah.
So you guys are listening while this is going on. You guys can hear on this floor that you don't hear much noise. You hear somebody talking, maybe, or you're not sure. You hear movement possibly behind this door, but otherwise, you don't really hear much. Down this hallway, there's just a really nice, beautiful statue and a window, full window here.
So, can I pick the lock? I picked the lock. Do I need to roll a tricks of the trade?
Yes. Audience, this is the move for the thief called Tricks of the Trade, and it is here. And for every move that I do, particularly while our players and myself are still learning, I put them into our, so that we can all see right away.
Okay, so my dex modifier is +2, so here we go. Woo!
Nice. She has rolled a 10. On a 10 plus, she is able to pick that door with no problem. Trinket, you go up and you stick your lockpicks into the door.
I'm usually humming, muttering under my breath. I'm like, la da 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 da. Oh yeah, so it's a classic roll tumbler.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a 6-prong deal. Give me 15 seconds. So then you can hear the lock audibly open, and the door handle, which is one of like the nubby ones, not the turnies, the pulley nubs. She goes, "Ta-da, ladies, let's go," and opens the door.
Cassia, don't worry. You'll get to kick something. Don't worry.
Okay, I think Cassia should go in first, being the big bad paladin. Kind of
All right.
should close the door.
So Cassia is going to strode in there, kind of in the mood to kick something if anything gets close to her.
Okay.
Down all that frustration that's
Building
building
up
up all day.
exactly. Yeah, and we need to give Cassia some of her time. She's been kind of a quiet character, and I want to get her into the fray, you know.
Hey, she's
And
ready
whatnot.
whenever there's something to kick. Everyone's enjoying themselves right now.
Good. But now you guys are ready to earn your coin. So, this is what you see in the room. It's actually a suite. It's large. Much larger than we can kind of determine by this room. We're going to have to do a lot of imagination because we're just in a square room. But imagine that the square room is a large penthouse type hotel suite. And I'm going to move your tokens out of the way so I can kind of draw a little bit here on the screen. The first thing you notice is that you see the lizard sitting. Hold on a second. Let me think this through so I don't back myself into a story corner. That's I think the only problem, audience, with improving everything is that since I have no idea what's going to happen next, you know, I have to make sure I don't have to kind of retcon or sort of undo something later on because I made it wrong somehow. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so you see the little baby lizard. Well, not little. He's small. He's got the note. He's dropped the note, and he's sitting very. He's sitting like this, so that he's looking up at the ceiling, and he's sitting there like this, and he's occasionally going like this, trying to get at the ceiling, like that.
Do we see anything up there?
But what you see in this room is lavish. Everything is of a golden, pinkish, orangish kind of color. And it is, there's a bedroom off to one side. There's a bank of windows right here. Let me get my drawing tool here, and I'm gonna imagine for the sake of that this wall has windows all the way through it, and that just we'll work out the architecture at some other point. You also see two beautiful Venus statues, Venus de Milo type statues, where she's actually standing in the seashell. And there's two of them, one right here and one right here. And I will put tokens down for them.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Candace
Tokens being animated.
Yeah. I say nothing. I know nothing.
Stupid lizard.
I'm just your humble GM.
Trouble.
This episode is presented in parts. To see the next part, click the playlist annotation at the top of the video. If the next part has not been uploaded yet, it will be tomorrow. So if you want to see it,
subscribe. Commenting with Google Plus sucks. But commenting with Reddit is awesome. So head on over to Reddit and leave a comment on this video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.